Hello students, my name is Abhay Thakur. Today we are going to read the story The Rattrap. This is a story by a famous Swedish writer, Selma Lagerlöf. The story emphasizes the fact that there is essential goodness in every individual. This goodness can be awakened with the help of human understanding and love. The story mixes up beautifully the fairy tale element with realism. Now, coming straight away to the story. I am going to read the first sentence of the story. Once upon a time, there was a man who went around selling small rat traps. Once upon a time, this is the fairy tale element. Once upon a time, there was a king. But here, we are not reading about a king. We are reading about the life of a rat trapper who changes by the end of the story. Now, this rat trapper is facing a very difficult economic condition. Business was not profitable. Sometimes he used to beg and sometimes he used to steal also. His physical description shows his predicament. His clothes were in rags, his cheeks were sunken and hunger gleamed from his eyes. Life for the rat trapper was sad and monotonous. The second paragraph describes us that the rat trapper had developed a philosophy that the whole world is nothing but a rat trap. He has done so because it gave him immense pleasure to think that the people whom he knew were either trapped in the rat trap or were about to be trapped. He wanted to entertain himself while walking all alone selling the rat trap. Now the old man episode. One dark evening, the rat trapper reaches near the cottage of the old man. The old man welcomes the rat trapper. The old man gives him porridge. The old man plays cards with him. The old man gives him tobacco. The old man also tells him about his past. In the past, the old man was a crofter in an iron mill in his days of prosperity. However, as he was old now, it was not possible for him to work hard. He had a cow now and he used to sell the milk of the cow. He had saved 30 kronor last month by selling the milk of the cow, and he sewed the leather pouch to the rat trapper in which he had kept the money. The next morning, the rat trapper saw that the crofter was already out of the bed. The crofter was in a hurry to go and milk the cow. The rat trapper had sense enough to get out of the bed when the host was already out of it. The crofter locked the cottage and went on his own way. The rat trapper also went on his own way. But soon he got tempted, came back, stole the money and took the path which passed through the forest. He deliberately left the main road. In the beginning, he felt very smart. Slowly, he realized that his philosophy has bounced back on him, and the forest, with its trees and branches, seemed to him an impenetrable prison from which it was almost impossible to come out. Now, the rat trapper started feeling a death-like situation. The time was late December. It is at this point that he hears the sound from the hammer stroke. The rat trapper goes there. It was an iron mill, and the blacksmith gives the rat trapper a casual glance. Now comes the iron master, who was the owner of the mill. The iron master was a hard-working man. He was ambitious. The iron master thought that the rat trapper is his old colleague. He called him by the name Nils Ulf and said to him that he should not have resigned from the regiment. The ironmaster invited the rat trapper, thinking him to be his old colleague, to become their Christmas guest. He told the rat trapper that the ironmaster told the rat trapper that his wife was dead. However, the rat trapper was intelligent. He knew it very well that going to the ironmaster's house would be like throwing himself into the den of a lion. So he declined. The ironmaster was not a person who would give up so easily. The ironmaster knew it very well that his daughter Edla Wilmanson had better powers of persuasion. So he went back, and soon Edla Wilmanson makes an entry. Edla, from the very beginning, tried to sympathize with the rat trapper. Ironmaster gave rat trapper a conditional love. Conditional love in the sense that a person invites another person as a guest only when he is sure that the person who is invited as a guest belongs to the same social status. For Edla, it was not so. Edla invited the rat trapper as a Christmas guest, as an individual, as a human being. She said to the rat trapper that no conditions would be put on him and he would be allowed to leave their house whenever he wanted. The rat trapper agreed to the invitation of Edla, and they reaches ironmaster's house, and there the rat trapper is given a bath, he is saved, he is given new clothes. Now the ironmaster realizes his mistake when he saw the rat trapper in new clothes. The ironmaster said to the rat trapper that he was going to hand him over to the sheriff. The rat trapper defended himself very intelligently. He repeated his philosophy of the whole world being a rat trap, and he told the ironmaster that a day will come when he would also get tempted and he would also be caught up in a rat trap. The ironmaster liked this argument and allowed and said to the rat trapper that the ironmaster that he was not going to hand him over to the sheriff. However, the ironmaster told the rat trapper to leave his house as soon as possible. Now Edla says to her father that she disagreed with the decision. She said to her father that she disagreed with his decision to turn away the rat trapper. She said that a person whom we invite as a Christmas guest must not be turned away. She said that the rat trapper walks for the whole year and chased away. The rat trapper is not welcome anywhere. So if they can give happiness to the rat trapper in the form of security, in the form of food, in the form of sleep, it would bring happiness for Edla also. The ironmaster loved his daughter and agreed to Edla's decision of not turning out the rat trapper on the occasion of Christmas. Edla and the ironmaster go to the church, and there they come to know that an old crofter was robbed and a man who sells the rat trap had stolen the money. Now the ironmaster is very angry. They come back to the house, and there they are told that the rat trapper had already left. However, the rat trapper had not run away with anything. The rat trapper had left a present for Edla in the form of a mouse trap, and also a letter which thanked Edla for treating him as a captain and changing him, and he also wrote that the money should be returned to the old crofter. It is at this point the story ends. Dear students, please go through this story again and again and try to write down the character analysis of the rat trapper, the old man, compare and contrast the character of Edla and the iron master, and also the main theme of the story. This will help you get good marks in the examination. Thank you.